Hello everybody, my name is David Liu. I am running for the California 49th Assembly District as the only Republican candidate. I am new to politics. I am not a politician. I have no experience, I have no connections. I do not have big companies or wealthy people backing me. I don't have any of that. I am an average nobody. As an average nobody, why do you want to run for such a prestigious position? The reason is very simple. You do what is right, not what is easy. Every single day, I walk down the street. I feel scared. I eat in a restaurant. I feel scared. After a long day of work in the office, after I get back home, I want to take my mom out for a walk, for dinner. My mom doesn't want to go. She is scared. I feel this way in the past few years, every single day. I live in fear. I'm sure you feel the same way. We have to make changes. Not only that, the indoctrination in our schools is getting worse and worse. One of the reasons Elon Musk moved out of California is that his son had a sex change operation. His son has become his daughter. Her name is Vivi. I think the indoctrination has to stop. The parents are entitled to the notification of such a dramatic event in their children's lives. Third, we have to control inflation. You go to McDonald's, you go to Starbucks, the price has gone up by so much to the point you cannot afford to live in California anymore. We have too many taxes. Not only there's a lot of taxes, many of them don't make any sense, such as mileage tax. You travel more miles, you pay more money for mileage tax. People who travel a lot are the kind of people who don't have a high income. They have to live on the outskirts of the city. So you get penalized for not having high income. It does not make any sense at all. That has to stop. That's why I am running for the 49th Assembly District. Because I feel scared. I don't want indoctrination. That would affect my child. I don't want inflation. You feel the same way. You, me, together will send a strong message to Sacramento. Let's do something about it. I don't want to just talk the talk. We have to walk the walk. But I need you to walk with me. Thank you. My name is David Liu. I'm the Republican candidate for the 49th Assembly District in California. Thank you.
I don't know if you've heard yet or not, but Steve Hilton, who is running for governor in the great state of California, was just endorsed by President Donald Trump. So let me explore the connections here, shared policy positions and roles of two California Republicans, that being Steve Hilton and another person you're going to be introduced to today, Long David Liu, as Trump-aligned figures in the state's 2026 election cycle. Okay, let's talk about who they are. Steve Hilton is a former United Kingdom political strategist, Fox News contributor, and Republican candidate for California governor in 2026. His Californiable platform, which is key here, the last part of that, affordable for citizens in California, affordable platform focuses on lowering the cost of living, cutting government waste, reducing taxes and spending, public safety, and reversing one-party Democratic rule, which is a travesty and has caused major harm to the state of California. Long David Liu, who is Chinese-American immigrant, started off with nothing at the bottom and has worked his way up to be a very successful attorney, business owner, civil rights advocate, and Republican candidate for California State Assembly District 49, San Gabriel Valley. He emphasizes, like President Trump and Steve Hilton, conservative values, which is what we're really missing. And California has very little of that, folks. Fiscal responsibility, strict law enforcement, which is what it's really about, and practical solutions to state problems in California. And we do need practical, and I'll say the word practical solutions. That's what David Liu is all about. But they both agree, both Steve Hilton and David Liu agree on lower taxes and reduce spending. Strong public safety and opposition to soft on crime policies, which has just dogged California to the ground for decades now. Criticism of Democratic governance in Sacramento, and it's totally Democrats in the state legislature, and that's it, and that is why California is where California is today. On issues like homelessness, crime, and government overreach. Both aim to make California more affordable and safer. That's what Steve Hilton and Long David Liu are all about. Both are vocal Trump supporters operating in California's conservative networks. Steve Hilton received President Trump's complete and total endorsement for governor on Monday, April 6, 2026. Trump praised him as a truly fine man that he's known for years and promised federal help to turn California around. This makes Hilton the high-profile statewide Trump standard bearer. Long David Liu brands himself as a dedicated #1 Trump supporter, and he's proven it not just with words but actions. He has mobilized support within Southern California's Chinese American and Asian American communities. There's nowhere you cannot go in these communities, and you will know and you will hear about David Long Liu and the respect that he has garnered. When he has shown growing alignment with Trump on issues which are really the true issues of what this country and this state should be about: crime, education, and economic concerns.
Vote for public safety. Vote for parental rights. Vote for true equality. Vote for me. Vote, vote, vote.
打击犯罪，罪犯必须坐牢。第二 ，no discrimination， 必须要平等。然后第三 ，no indoctrination， 小孩子不能洗脑，小孩子不能洗脑变性，所以要上帝造人就是一男一女，不是男的变性变成女的，女的变成男的，不是这样的。所以呢，这是一个。那另外呢？ 我们把这些失败的势力、这些邪恶的势力全部烧光，我们才能够保护。你到电梯了。叫阿门森 ，he a car， you want to say hi？ 你好。
Vote for David! David! 加油！ 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 哦 ！Thank you！
for public safety. Vote for parental rights. Vote for true equality. Vote for me. Vote, vote, vote.
快打击犯罪，罪犯必须坐牢。第二 ，no discrimination， 必须要平等。然后第三 ，no indoctrination， 小孩子不能洗脑，小孩子不能洗脑变性。所以要上帝造人就是一男一女，不是男的变性变成女人，女人变成男的，不是这样的。所以呢，这是一个。那另外呢？对不对？这个草原不是烧光，我们要把这些失败的势力、这些邪恶的势力全部烧光，我们才能够保护。你到电梯了，叫Amundsen， he's a car， you say hi，
Vote for David! David! 加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！哦 ！Thank you. Thank you everybody. Thank you for the support.
Now, Steve Hilton, he brings the national media visibility and name recognition. His endorsement helps consolidate Republican support in the governor's race and amplifies Trump-style messaging on affordability, crime, government efficiency, which is known as CAL DOGE, and election security. He represents the potential for a high-level Trump-aligned challenge to Democratic dominance and once and for all to the Democratic dominance in this state of California. But he needs somebody like David Liu in the legislature to back him up. It takes a team. Well, David can provide half of what Steve Hilton needs, and that decision is going to be yours. But Long David Liu, he is a grounding activist, and he represents a community bridge from certain Asian American communities that tie directly into what Steve Hilton needs. He appeals to the immigrant and Asian American voters in key districts and keeps conservative issues alive at the local legislative level. Now, they represent complementary layers that need each other. Steve Hilton provides that statewide visibility, but more importantly, Long David Liu represent that local mobilization and Trump's strategy to build turnout, highlight California challenges, and grow the GOP coalition in the deep blue state. Mind you, you need both. You need Steve Hilton at the state level, but more importantly, right there at the bottom of the ground level in the state legislature, you have to have a team player, and that man is going to be Long David Liu when you make the right decision on Election Day. Now, in October 2024, Liu filed a federal lawsuit against Governor Gavin Newsom and state officials challenging California election laws related to voter ID and provisions in SB Bill 1174. See, Long David Liu doesn't just talk about it and he doesn't just complain about it, but he goes out there and he takes action, real action. With his legal training, he knows what to do and he knows how to file a lawsuit and file the right lawsuit, which he did. It was an election integrity lawsuit in October 2024. He argued out there that they weakened safeguards against fraud. He argued it in the court. Ladies and gentlemen, there are not many people like that will take that extra step, but you sure have one in Long David Liu. you've got to elect this man. He is different. He's a mover, and he's a shaker, and he's a builder. Liu has organized a T-shirt signed by numerous Chinese American supporters from Southern California expressing love and support for Trump. He personally presented to Laura Trump at the 2024 California Republican Convention, asking her to pass it to President Trump. This gesture underscores his hands-on role in building enthusiasm among immigrant communities. David Liu is out there every day in his community serving his people, both with community projects, community organization, the temples, and he's out there basically in serving the community in the sense of being an attorney that people can come to and depend on him to protect them and help them with any of their legal problems. Can't you see? Long David Liu is a man of action, not just talk, which is rare for many people out there, including attorneys. Steve Hilton and Long David Liu illustrate different but aligned facets of Trump's support in California. Hilton as the endorsed high visibility candidate with potential federal ties. And Liu as a proactive, there you go, grassroots fighter using lawsuits and community symbols to advance election integrity and conservative values. We have too many people that are advancing the liberalism and the democratic and selfish values. We don't have enough people like Long David Liu, who not only has the guts, but the knowledge and the training to be a grassroots fighter using these lawsuits and community symbols. Again, integrity and conservative values. Their efforts overlap in critiquing Democratic policies and energizing Trump-aligned voters, even without evidence of direct coordination between them.
Hey, David. Hey.
David,
yes,
how are you?
Good.
Long David Liu, how are you?
Yes.
Where's Steve? Huh? Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Where's Steve?
Well, he's not here, but I'll be meeting him on the 15th.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to eat with us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a good time with us?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
And
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, we need men like this man.